Hello, my name is James Thorpe, the editor of International Security Journal. Delighted to be here today at ISC West 2025, speaking with Jeremy Massiet, Product Manager for Idemia Public Security. Enjoy. So, can you tell us how biometric or authentication augments access management, please?
There are two sides to the question. The first side is it adds an additional level of security because it verifies who you are. And the second level is convenience. For the first part, the security, the biometric technologies verify who you are, as opposed to traditional methods that are subject to loss, to theft, or to misuse. You can lend an access card, you can forget password or a PIN. So it brings more security. It can bring even more security if you combine biometric technologies with other authentication methods. This is the first part. The second part, the second benefit, is convenience. Biometric is so easy to use. It's just who you are. You do not forget your hand at home. You always have your face with you. So it's very easy to use, and it's very fast and very reliable. In our world, organizations face security risks. We hear security breaches heading the headlines every day. It can have severe consequences, whether financial or reputational. And adding a level of security with biometrics is an adapted way to improve security to face these risks.
So could you elaborate on which organisations are most vulnerable to security risks, please?
Security risks are for all companies, all organizations. But it's more important for companies or organizations that deliver vital services. We are speaking of transportation hubs or healthcare facilities, organizations like that. What makes them important is that they are risks not only for themselves, but for the general population in general. If you think of a chemical plant that is under attack, the consequences are not only for the plant itself, it's for the surrounding population. The same for a financial institution. If the institution is not able to deliver the payment services, nobody can pay, companies cannot pay, and it's the whole economy that is jeopardized. So, for quite a long time now, these companies, these critical infrastructures, have developed self-awareness, have improved their security level, but more and more governments impose regulations and requirements. And for instance, in Europe, NIS2 is a regulation that came into force with requirements for around 15 sectors globally. So for these companies, what is important is not to make a compromise on security and quality. So they need technology providers that are reliable.
So what is Idemia Public Security's value proposal for these critical infrastructure sites you mentioned there?
We propose solutions for access management, both physical and logical and digital. We have a full set of solutions combining various authentication methods, various biometric technologies, and all solutions are a combination of software and hardware. Speaking of hardware, we have our unique fingerprint contactless technology, MorphoWave. In terms of face, we also have Vision Pass SP, which offers dual biometric authentication. To give another view of the benefits of our solutions, we have three key benefits. The first one is seamless access. As we described, it improves the security with the biometric authentication. The second benefit is the capability to associate, to elevate the level of security with multiple factor authentication. And all of that, the purpose of all of that is for our customers to comply with their internal security requirements or even possibly regulations. We have products and solutions deployed worldwide with very prestigious customers, very well known, and we are continuously working with them to improve our products. based on three key technology pillars. The first pillar is biometric performance. This is Idemia, this is where we are. We are very proud of being number one in terms of benchmark in NIST here in the US, particularly in terms of fairness when it comes to face. And it's not only pride for us, it's also efficiency for our customers. So biometric performance is the first pillar. The second technological pillar is innovation. For instance, we have here on the booth a biometric QR code, which is a good enhancement to manage visitors while protecting data privacy. And related to that, our third key pillar is security by design. When we develop a new product, we take security into consideration from the very early stages so that our products are then robust to penetration testing and to attacks.
So I see you're showcasing an end-to-end digital offering here at ISC West 2025. Can you tell us how this is augmenting security for those critical infrastructure areas we chatted about a moment ago?
So yes, you are referring to our Smart Connect offer. This offer has two sides. The first side is to protect a computer or a computer application, and the other side is related to onboarding infrequent users. So to protect the access to a computer or a software application, we use biometric, but also maybe a combination of other factors. And the purpose is really to protect such kind of applications. And for instance, a typical use case is with face authentication or fingerprint authentication. When it comes to fingerprints, we have a device that can be connected to the machine, which ensures the person's presence, which is an additional level of security. For face, it can leverage the camera on the machine, or we can also use the camera of a mobile device, a smartphone. So this is the first side of the offer. The other side of the offer, for our digital layer, is about onboarding infrequent users. Of course, we are speaking of visitors, but not only, there are other typical applications. To onboard infrequent users, we have this typical use case where the user remotely scans his or her ID document, his or her face, thanks to a smartphone. We check, of course, the liveness of the face, and we check the face matches the face on the document so that we are sure the person is really who he or she claims he is.
And finally, can you tell us from your perspective what the future of access management looks like, please?
There is physical and there is digital. Both areas have significantly improved in terms of security over the last few years. Connecting the two of them will add an extra layer of security, building a full and seamless framework, security framework. We are transitioning to a world where identity will be the key to access everything, whether physical and digital. I believe traditional methods like passwords and key cards will fade away and will be replaced by biometric authentication and digital ID verification. It will be a journey, and at Idemia Public Security, we are accompanying our customers along this journey.